I'm Bobby Zirkin, Senator from District 11, Chairman of the Judicial Proceedings Committee, and wanted to explain about Senate Bill 517 and the override of the governor's veto. Senate Bill 517 has to do with marijuana paraphernalia. The General Assembly 2 years ago decriminalized small amounts of marijuana, meaning that somebody would not be going to jail for having, in essence, amounts to small possession. Which has been done in multiple states around the country without any ill effects whatsoever, and in Maryland there has been no ill effect of that either. What was left out of the decriminalization bill was marijuana paraphernalia, which is essentially the paper that's wrapped around or the bowl or whatever it is that people use for it. And so it's this strange anomaly that we have under the law where the marijuana itself is a civil fine, still illegal, but a civil fine, but the paper itself is criminal, which obviously makes no sense whatsoever. The bill, Senate Bill 517, corrects that oversight in the original marijuana law by saying that the paraphernalia itself also is not a crime, that when it goes with a civil amount of marijuana, and it also raises the penalty for smoking in public to a $500 civil fine. That doesn't exist under the law right now. So the governor's veto, the message that came with it, unfortunately, was legally false. And what's being shopped around right now by some individuals is also false. This bill in no way legalizes smoking in public, and in no way does it legalize smoking in cars, which is essentially what the governor said was the case with this. All this does is correct the anomaly that was done in the first decriminalization bill. And to be clear about smoking in public and smoking in cars, the way it would work with smoking, if somebody was unfortunately smoking out in public, there would be, first of all, a $100 civil fine for the possession of marijuana if it was their first time. It increases each time. It would be a $500 civil fine for smoking in public, so you at least have $600 of fines. And then when an officer says, put that out, if they don't do so, then they are disobeying a lawful order of a police officer, which in and of itself is a crime. And so it is absolutely false that somehow this allows you to smoke in public. As for the cars, I mean, there are multiple statutes dealing with driving under the influence and so forth. It's the same scenario with that I just laid out with smoking in public that it would be vis-a-vis cars. And in addition, the statute right now, the law on the books right now dealing with possession itself, we specifically put in there that it allowed police officers to stop and search vehicles and all of the other things that were done before. So this bill had literally no effect whatsoever on driving in a vehicle, on driving with marijuana and so forth. I agree that there needs to be more comprehensive approach done, but for right now, it is a little ridiculous that marijuana would be a civil fine and the paper itself would be criminal. And so we corrected that, and it should go into law.